The Wally Show podcast is our daily radio show heard live through the WayFM app each morning and hosted by Wally, Gavin, and me, Betty Rock. For more fun, be sure to connect with us at wayfm.com/Wally.
The Wally Show podcast is brought to you by Colorado Christian University Online, where you can earn a degree online just like Betty Rock. You can learn more at ccu.edu/Wally. In a broken world, stories with humor, heart, or hope are a nice change of pace.
There are some things money can't buy.
It's News-ish on The Wally Show.
There is a video going viral on TikTok. I came across it. It's a 33-year-old mom in Williamstown, New Jersey. Her name is Allie Green. She recently went to her local Walmart because she had picked a 12-year-old little boy's tag off her local angel tree, which they have at Walmart. She picked him off the tree, and then she bought for him and was dropping off that gift for him. And if you didn't know, it's something like the Salvation Army, I believe, is who puts it together, the angel trees.
Oh, I don't know.
But they have tags all over this tree, and the tags are from kids from ages 0 to maybe 15, and it's what they wish they had for their Christmas wish list. So anyways, she picked this 12-year-old boy, bought for him, was dropping it off, and then realized that her local angel tree was overflowing with unclaimed tags.
Ooh, and it's getting close to Christmas, too.
Yeah, and she even talked to the customer service, and they showed her additional tags that were behind the counter. So once a tag is taken off, they replace it with another tag behind the counter, and they had so many of them that just were not taken. So Allie, she thought to herself, I wonder if people don't even know about this tree. Do they even know that it exists? So she runs out to her car and she puts up a video, and this is what she had to say.
I am begging, if you live in or near Williamstown, New Jersey, please go adopt an angel tree child. And if any of my videos were to blow up, please let it be this one, because all I want to do is go buy that tree up. I cannot financially afford to do it on my own. My heart is broken.
So because she posted this in the Walmart parking lot, miraculously, it went viral. 1.2 million views.
Nice.
Yes. And it started this whole trend. So she started getting, she would go to her Walmart and she would find out more people had taken one of the tags off the tree, to the point where there were no tags left.
Nice. That's amazing.
It is. It's so awesome. And so Allie was asked later what her hopes are, and she said that she hopes that this starts a new trend for other families. Maybe you didn't realize that your local Walmart has this angel tree and that you can buy for kids in need. And so she's hoping that more families will come to realize, hey, this is a need and this is something that we can easily all do together.
That's why every year we do our Soldier's Child, our SOS Christmas here at WayFM, because it's providing a Christmas for kids who have lost a parent serving in the military. Like, I mean, there's so many ways you can do something good this year.
Right.
And it's just a matter of looking for that opportunity, and always include your kids in this stuff, because if you want to have your kids grow up to be generous kids, you need to model that for them and then make them a part of it. And it gets really cool to see them get excited about giving rather than getting. Uplifting WayFM, this is the Wally Show, and a lot of people speculate or they debate what hell looks like, and they're not sure what it is.
My goodness.
And Betty Rock lived mine out the other day. Like, my perfect vision of this place is what she did. She went to the grand opening of In-N-Out Burgers, and it's a spectacle. And you didn't just go and drive through the drive-thru and get your food, did you?
No, I did not. So I know that In-N-Out might be a common thing to see, like if you're more in the California or I believe Texas area. But here in Tennessee, we got our very first one. And my friend and I decided, let's go and see what it's all about. And so we did. The thing is that we ended up waiting 4 hours to get that burger and fries.
Why?
4 hours.
Why?
Yes, you heard
and
me
you were
right.
prepared to wait. It's not like you weren't prepared for that.
And the thing is, too, many others were prepared to wait because they may have waited even longer than that. They had porta potties set up in the parking lot for you if you had to wait that long. And here's the thing. We got the burger and the fries. We still had to pay for it. It's not like it's free.
Yeah.
And we saw people, they were sleeping in their cars.
Yeah.
Like some were walking to other restaurants to eat, leaving their car in the parking lot in line.
Yeah.
and then coming back.
Need a snack.
And still waiting.
I just don't understand the fervor over that. It is a hamburger. It is a medium okay hamburger.
You know, it was about the experience, not so much the food. It was the experience. And I'm so glad that I did it.
Yeah, okay. See, that's the thing. Like, with your friend, doing it with your friend, that made it fun. Because you guys now have a common shared experience and things like that. So, like, I get it from that standpoint. But I can't stand waiting for anything. Like, I'm so impatient.
You and most men feel that way, because I told my dad about it. My dad was like, there is no way.
Absolutely not. I would gladly go to any Burger King on that same day and be treated like they treat you at Burger King, like garbage, like twice in that one day, and do that versus waiting in line 20 minutes for a hamburger at In-N-Out, let alone 4 hours.
I'm sure there's something crazy you've done that I'd be like, no, absolutely not.
Well, no, I respect it, just so you know. Like, that's commitment. When you give 4 hours of your life to waiting in a drive-thru line, that's unbelievable. But you said that you're glad you did it because of the experience with your friend. So I am curious, okay? What is that thing that you did that might have seemed crazy to everybody else, but you're glad you did it? Maybe it was you did one of those polar plunges, where you jumped in the water through the ice.
Nope.
Like, I've done stuff like that before, which Betty Rock would say is crazy, but I felt bulletproof and I enjoyed it, and I was glad I did it afterwards, okay? So what's yours? 855-33-WAY-FM. That crazy thing you did that you're glad you did. What is that crazy thing you did that you're glad you did?
Well, I went in a shark feeding cage in Hawaii, and then I went scuba diving on a shark feeding tour.
Absolutely not.
But see, I get this. I've done this before. I have gone shark feeding without a cage in the Bahamas. One of the greatest things I've ever done in my life.
No.
Yeah. The reason I did it is because I had this obsessive fear of sharks, because my parents took me to Universal Studios when I was 3 on the Jaws ride, and Jaws came up and tried to eat the boat, and I was traumatized, and I didn't know. That's why I was always afraid of sharks. So that's why I did it. I was trying to overcome my fear.
So Lori faced her fears of sharks by diving with the sharks. Betty Rock faced her fear of time by spending 4 hours in a drive-thru. Both crazy, but I'll take the sharks over waiting any day. What is that thing you did that sounded crazy to other people, but you're glad you did it?
Waiting in line at the School Springs Mall for like 6 to 8 hours with 3 children in tow for the Pay Your Age Day when they launched the Build-A-Bear program. It's whatever age they're going to be turning. So, like, if they're 1, you pay $1. If they're going to be 2, you pay $2.
And that is a good deal, because Build-A-Bears are not cheap. How many parents talk to their kids when they're in line and they're like, if anyone asks you, you are 4. And the kid's like, Mom, I'm 9. No one's going to buy this. You are 4.
There was, like, no activities, like, along the way for 8 hours.
Oh my gosh, so what did you do?
You just stood there and you would, like, thankfully I had my mom, where you had to make friends with people in line if your kid had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing. There was nothing, and you just stood in line for that long to get to there.
They should have had, like, jugglers, clowns, magicians. They should have done that at In-N-Out, like walk up to your car and do a card trick. Something to kill the time.
Yeah.
A band?
Once you got all the way up to the front to get your bear, there was another hour-long wait to actually get your bear stuff.
There's no way. Like,
No.
I would, at that point, I'm just taking my kid to a zoo.
Yeah.
And we're going to go look at a bear. That's all we're going to do today, kids.
Right. It was great. The memories that the kids had of getting the bears was amazing. But if I had to go back and do it again, I would not.
I think to survive, we compartmentalize our lives. Everything has a box and we kind of put things in there. You've got school or you've got work or you've got church. But the reality is our faith colors everything that we do. That's one of the things I really liked when I was teaching at Colorado Christian University. Faith had to be integrated into the business classes or whatever the class was. It was a fundamental part of the education as a whole. And I think that's how we change the world.
When I was going to CCU, as a student, I was thinking, how are they going to incorporate the Bible into math, and somehow they made it happen. All CCU online courses are designed for busy adults, and most courses, they're only 5 weeks long, so you can take one class at a time and still have time to enjoy your life.
I know I wrote papers at a campground one time, so it wasn't crazy once you get the system down. So that's why if you want to continue your education, both Betty and I highly recommend Colorado Christian University.
It's never too late to pursue your passion. Take the first step today and visit online.ccu.edu. CCU is a nonprofit impact partner.
When you need a break from the heavy news, we've got you covered.
I am honored to help.
It's News-ish on The Wally Show.
Krispy Kreme donuts are great, but they have gotten like super expensive. My wife loves them, and one day I went in to buy some, and I was like, I cannot believe how much 3 donuts is now. And so that's why their Day of the Dozens is so popular, and it is today. When you buy any dozen donuts, you get another dozen for $1.
What?
Oh my goodness.
Why did we go there?
I don't know, because my coffee that I like is from Dunkin', and so that's why we went there. But now, so now, like, if you get this, you can show up to work today and bless the entire office with donuts and not spend an arm and a leg. So that's just a quick little heads up for you there. But keeping on the food tip here, if you have a Christmas party to go to and you want to bring something a little bit different, I think I've got you hooked up here for this season. It's a simple holiday recipe that's gone viral on the internet. It's called cocoa dip. Have you guys seen this yet?
No, but it sounds delicious.
Yeah, like normally when you show up at a party, you bring chips and dip. Like I always bring clam dip and Fritos.
It's going to be sweet.
Ugh.
Yeah, well, I brought that to my last Christmas party because it's what my daughter and I make at our Christmas party, and it was a hit. Everyone loved it.
Okay.
No, well,
I swear.
They were just telling you that.
We're doing one next week here at the office.
Oh,
Can
I'll bring
you
it.
Bring the clam?
Absolutely. I brought clam dips and fudge. Weird combination, I know. But it's real simple, okay? So it works like chips and dip, basically, but it's one package, like an 8-ounce package of cream cheese. Then I would go with 4 packs of cocoa mix. Like, take your pick.
Would. Yeah,
they say 3 to 4, but go with 4.
Yeah.
Maybe 5. Start with 4, maybe
This
add
is
a 5th.
America.
Yeah, you want it to be cocoa-y, you know? And then all you do is take an 8-ounce thing of Cool Whip. Okay.
Okay.
So you take the cream cheese and the cocoa mix, do it in a mixer and get it all smooth and a good texture, and then use a spatula to fold in the whipped cream easy like that. Then on top of it, you want to do some marshmallows, some chocolate sprinkles or shavings. You can do that as well. And then you want to set it for 30 minutes in the oven before you serve it. Or the fridge. The oven would be totally big difference.
Yeah, there's a big difference there. Okay, you put it in the fridge for 30 minutes.
Yep.
What am I dipping in it?
Cookies.
Yeah. Or like you could do cookies, graham crackers.
Yeah.
Lots of good options.
Yeah, something like that. So so there you go. It's kind of a holiday twist, Christmas twist on the chips and dip that you could take to your next Christmas party. If you are curious about it, like that was too fast, I didn't get a chance to write it down. It's literally on your socials, just search cocoa dip, and you'll find a bunch of people that have posted about it.
What's on your mind today?
Like, I want to change, but I'm not open to make those changes.
Right. How does that make you feel?
Uplifting Way FM, this is The Wally Show, and Christmas is not always an uplifting time for people. Like, not everybody enjoys the holidays, and they have a myriad of reasons as to why that it's hard on them. And I came across this kid on TikTok who was kind of struggling and having a moment.
If anyone out there has any tips on how to, like, stay happy or, like, what someone can do to be happy, because it's hard. I don't even want to, like, work anymore. I barely want to eat. So if you guys have any tips on how to stay happy, if you can comment them or something.
And normally I kind of go by these videos like, okay, you know, but this one, for whatever reason, just made me stop. And I started thinking about it. So I went to the comments. I'm like, okay, what are people telling this kid? And you have, you know, the surface level, we love you, hang in there. And then you have other well-meaning people that are like, talk to Jesus. And like, I get that. Like, but like, if you don't know what to say to Jesus, you don't have any frame of reference for this. Yeah, will he hear you? Absolutely, when you call on his name. But like, then what? You know, kind of thing. And so one of the people that I thought was interesting was they relayed some advice that they had gotten from a therapist that was really pointed at a couple of things that this kid said. And that's what I thought was really good. They said, my therapist told me to do the opposite of what I was feeling. If you don't feel like eating, you should go out and eat. If you want to stay at home in bed, you should go outside and go for a walk. If you get invited to do something social and you don't want to go, make yourself go. Because it's that lie that you're living in right now in that moment that's telling you, I'm going to do this, and it's not the healthy thing for you to do. So stepping outside of that and doing the opposite of that, I thought was really good, practical, tangible advice. I'm not downplaying the spiritual side of this at all.
Yeah.
But like when I heard this kid, it was a lot of the religious stuff feels very surface to me, like it's not practical. You know, like when their child dies and someone pops in with heaven needed another angel or God has a plan,
right.
You know, and you're like, oh, for what? What does he have a plan for?
You want the practical advice.
I do, because I think that practical things combined with spiritual things, those two things together can make a difference in somebody's life, you know? And so this is what we want to do. This is our shrink wrap. This is where we talk about things that you learned in your sessions with a counselor. And so what is a tangible tactic that you got to maybe help with depression or loneliness or whatever it was that you were dealing with? What was that practical skill to actually do this? Now, I put this whole thing up as this kid, but it's actually for me. So 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. You don't know, like you sharing this thing that somebody can physically or tangibly do, the difference that could make in somebody who's kind of desperate right now this season. And you might save a life. Like it literally could be that serious. So 855-33-WAY-FM. We'd love to get your thoughts on this right now. Tell us something that you learned maybe in therapy that helped you that could help somebody else. Something tangible and practical.
Being someone who's gone through a multitude of different things, one of the key things to remember is the things that we're grateful for. And what I was taught to do is you just start making a list of everything that you have, you know, and start off simple. You start off, you know, your car, your house, the place that you live at, the family that you have. But it goes even deeper than that. You can start thanking him for the shoes that you're wearing, you know, the socks that you have, the restaurant that you got to go to in the morning or at night. All the little things, when you start to add that up, it starts to change your mindset into thinking that you have nothing into you have everything.
I love that, because when life hits hard, a lot of times it's cumulative. It's not just one thing that undoes you. It's this, then this, then this. My car broke down. My house payment's late. You know, and so why would it not be the same with the opposite? Think of the one small thing that you're thankful for, which leads to another thing, which leads to another thing. And before you know it, like you said, you are realizing that you have far more than you don't have.
It's defeating the negativity with gratefulness.
What have you learned, maybe through counseling or therapy, that's practical that you could share to help somebody else out?
So something that has really helped me out in my life is helping others. I don't know that anybody can really tell you how to be happy, but I know that helping others has helped me to see value in certain things. And it's helped me to get my mind off of my problems, or maybe helped me to see things in a different light.
Yeah, there is something about focusing on somebody else and seeing their issues. And a lot of times it will put yours into perspective where you're like, man, I guess I don't have it that bad. And especially around Christmas, there are so many more opportunities to help and get involved at this time.
Well, not only is it developing inside of you a heart of gratitude, but it's also giving you a purpose, because when you're serving others, it makes you see that you can have a big impact on people's lives just by doing those small things.
Absolutely. So I'm a recovering addict, actually, and I've had a lot of depression due to my own decisions in life, but that clip really hit me, and that's the whole reason I'm calling. If anybody is feeling this way, they should really try to reach out.
Absolutely. And that's why we have things like our prayer wall where you can post prayer requests. Or if you want to talk to somebody and you need someone to pray with you and maybe share a little bit of hope with you, you can call our prayer and care line. It's 281. So write this down for you or a friend. 281-652-5555. So what would your practical tactic be for, kind of weathering something like this?
This is really simple, but it's very powerful. Don't rehearse the hurt. Rehearse the truth.
Don't rehearse the hurt. Rehearse the truth. Okay, unpack that for me a little bit.
Okay, so for example, my mother abandoned me. But the truth is, as a child of God, I'm dearly loved and I'm never alone. Once you rehearse the hurt, you dig such a deep hole. It's hard to get out of it and move forward. But when you begin to rehearse truth, it's life-giving.
Yeah, I could see that if your narrative for your life became, my mother gave me up for adoption, abandoned me, I'm unloved, I'm unworthy, even my own mother would give me up. If you start down that path and you never course correct, yeah, that's going to be the self-fulfilling prophecy.
It becomes your identity is how it seems. And I had a friend of mine, too, that she told me once, she said, you should write down all the things that you say to yourself and all the negative things. And I mean, I could fill a list full of all the horrible things. And then she said, would you say that to a friend? I'm like, absolutely not. So I think it's a good reminder that you do need to be careful with what you think because your thoughts really do matter.
So should we do hard news or news-ish?
We're all in this together. I think the best thing to do is take a breath, relax, and vote on it.
News-ish it is. On The Wally Show.
All right, Gavin, what you got?
Nearly 45 years ago, the world was blessed with perhaps the most meaningful creation of all time. And I'm not talking about the internet, cell phones. I'm talking about the McRib.
How many years?
45.
No.
Yeah.
That's 45 years old?
I read 1981 is when the concoction was first thought of and then put to the grill.
I live for McRib season, and it's a very short window of time every year. I track it. I have people that are texting me, hey, we just got them in Colorado, so be looking for them, things like that. So I love me some McRib.
Yes, it is one of the most, you love the McRib, but it is one of the most debated food items of all time due to its creation. McDonald's says that the boneless, it's a boneless pork shaped to mimic ribs. Mm-hmm. No bones entered the equation. The patty includes pork, water, salt, something called dextrose, rosemary extract. So,
oh wow, that's fancy.
It doesn't sound
you
terrible.
Hear the name of chemicals and call it fancy.
Yeah, yes.
But a McDonald's employee, unnamed at this point, posted a video on TikTok about the process of the creation of a McRib. And so I'm going to walk us through this, see if this turns you off or if you're still going to be brave enough to go.
I promise you I will not be deterred.
No. So he places the patty, a frozen, not so great looking red brick.
A porkish patty.
Porkish patty.
And when you use the term patty, this is meat that has been shaped into Play-Doh, if you will.
And then frozen.
I would use the word crafted carefully into the shape of a rib, a slab of ribs that has no ribs, but they at least thought enough to make it look like there were rib bones in it.
Exactly.
I love that.
It's creative. They put it on there until it browns on the grill.
Yeah.
Then the worker brings the grilled meat to another station where sauce is reheated in a microwave.
Of course.
Each piece of meat is then put into a container with the barbecue sauce for it to soak, which that's gross. They take it off, put it on a little pan or on one of those metal frames and lets the excess sauce drip off, and then it awaits creation. And then it goes between the buns with slivers of onions, pickles. Put the meat on there, the quote-unquote meat on there, and then lather it with a little extra sauce. What do we think now?
It has the texture of a yoga mat. I fully understand that, and I get that, and I understand that there's some other chemicals in there, but the reality is I've had so many chemicals in my body. It's why I'm alive today. And so the preservatives that are there are preserving me from the inside out.
Is that like you met with a cardiologist recently?
That's not what he said. No, he had a completely different take. But what does he know? I went to doctor school. Yeah, I know why you're going to have a heart attack. Okay, sure, fine. Give me another McRib, please. At least I'm going to die with a smile on my face.
Who does that?
Uplifting WayFM, this is the Wally Show. So the other day I was doing a little Christmas shopping. I'm out and about, and a girl hits me up in Target. Hey, are you happy with your cell phone plan? Yeah, I am. I just switched over. Oh, okay. I said if you were going to do some internet, that I'd be willing to talk about. If you do. Oh, well, I do that. I'm with AT&T. I said, okay, let's talk a little fiber, lady. Because AT&T fiber, I think, is in my neighborhood. So she's like, yeah, let me see. What's your address? So I give her my address. And I'm like, okay, good. We're moving through this. Yeah, fiber is available in your address. Okay, what's the cost? Like $80 a month. Wow, that's way cheaper than I'm paying for my Charter or Spectrum, whoever I have. I don't even know. And so I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And so that's the extent of the information that we have right now at this point. So she goes, let me get a little more information from you. What's a good phone number? And I'm like, well, you already did my address. She's like, oh, yeah, but, this way we can, build the profile or do the, it's my form. She kept blaming the iPad. That's my form. I need that. Okay, fine. I give her that. And I say, I just don't want to get blown up with texts and stuff from y'all. Oh, no, it's not for that at all. It's part of the form. Okay, great. What's a good email for you? I'm like, and I give her like my email. And then I look at her iPad and I see driver's license and social security number fields next. And I go, hey, hang on one second. I'm just curious. Your next field is his driver's license. The field after that is his social security. You're pulling a credit report. Oh, well, we just have to see if you owe AT&T any money. I said, no, you don't. You don't have to see if I owe AT&T any money. So we're just talking about like maybe getting a service. You are pulling a credit report. Right. And then her partner chimes in, well, no, it's just so that we know, this. And I'm like, I said, no, you are pulling a credit report on me without my permission. And you kind of lied about why you were doing it. You were very vague. I'm like, that's not acceptable. If I was going for a loan right now, and I'm all of a sudden I have other credit reports being pulled, it can affect my house loan or things like that. I'm like, you guys, that is not ethical at all. Like you should tell somebody up front what you were doing.
If I were AT&T, I'd be like, I don't want those people on my team because it makes them look bad.
Absolutely, and I didn't do it. Even though it would save me money, I didn't do it. I said, if I go call AT&T right now, I bet you they're not going to ask me for my social security number. Well, we're another third-party thing, and we work in Targets and stuff. I'm like, nope. And so I'm like, erase what you got. Have a good day. Merry Christmas. And so I was so frustrated by that. I was so mad by that. But at the end, I'm like walking away, scratching my head. I'm telling my wife the story. I'm like, who does that? And so that's what we want to do right now, the Christmas edition. Do you have a Christmas edition of Who Does That? Maybe it's someone in your neighborhood that does something with lawn displays or something like that, or the things out and about while you're Christmas shopping that you run across in parking lots or what have you. And it just bewilders you to the point where you're like, who does that? 855-33-WAY-FM is the number. We love having you on the show. I would just like to know that there are other crazy things happening to other people.
And the more oddly specific, the better.
Yeah, absolutely. 855-33-WAY-FM. It's our Christmas Who Does That? What's yours?
Yeah, I have a friend that saves all her returns throughout the year and then takes them in to get credit for the store to go Christmas shopping.
Oh, that's interesting. Because, when you buy something and then you return it and you get the money back or the credit, then you just spend it again. And it's almost like her own little savings account there where she'll go and then just shop for people with the money that she in her brain has already spent. It's girl math.
Exactly. It's Christmas girl math.
Yes.
I came here in a time machine that you invented. Great Scott! Now I need your help to get back in time.
Uplifting WAY-FM. This is the Wally Show. It is Flashback Friday, and so we're in our time machine going back in time today. And our pilot is Scotty, which ironically, we tried to call Scotty, and we got this weird phone message service thing, and I didn't even know what was happening.
It was like he was screening his calls first. It said, hey, say your name, and then we'll see if Scotty wants to talk to you.
Yeah,
and it sounds like we passed the test.
But the crazy thing is his phone was more high-tech than our time machine. So good luck.
A lot.
I don't know if we're making it back from this one, Scotty. So welcome to it, and we need to know from you where to go. So what song do you want to go back in time to hear?
Joy Williams, Here With Us, an old Christmas song.
Ooh, I do like this. Betty Rock, what year are we going back to?
That was back in 2005.
Okay.
So 20 years old.
But it still holds up. That's the sign of a great Christmas song. Scotty, why do you want to hear Joy Williams Here With Us?
Years ago, I was lost in addiction and stuff, and I was incarcerated for a long time, and I was just recently saved, and I was starting to absorb the things of God, and I heard this on the radio during Christmas time, and it just really spoke to me about how God's with me, and I'm important to Him.
Were you able to hear Christian music while you were behind bars, or no?
Yeah, they sold radios and stuff on commissary. You could pick up WAY-FM in the jail.
I love that WAY-FM gets behind bars, and I had a guy call me once years ago, and I have family that's been incarcerated too, so it's not a stigma for me, but I had this guy call, And he's like, man, I've been listening to you ever since I got out of prison. I'm like, wait, what? You just got out of prison? He's like, yeah, I just got out of prison. I'm like, dude, do you know where our station is? He's like, no, I have no idea. And I'm like, good, let's keep it that way. One of my favorite breaks ever. It's on my demo tape.
Hilarious.
But in all seriousness, here with us, God is with us wherever we are, whether we're incarcerated, whether we're in good times, whether we're in bad times, whether we're making mistakes, whether we're trying to live our life the right way. God's in every minute of it with us always. And it's just a really great reminder. It's a great Christmas song, and we're going to do it all the way back to 2005. For Scotty, it is Joy Williams here with us on Flashback Friday.
Thank you, man.
It's still a mystery to me that the hands of God could be so small. How tiny fingers reach and
Uplifting Way FM. This is The Rock Report with Betty Rock.
The three of us on the show, Wally, Gavin, and I, we all three spend way more time than we should on TikTok.
Yep.
Amen.
We could be doing a lot more with our lives if it weren't for TikTok.
Preach.
But
although I use mine for the show for a lot of good spiritual stuff.
I tried making them.
Yeah, it didn't last long.
That's true. Well, because we're coming down to the end of the year, TikTok has released their year in music, and I thought this was interesting.
Yeah, because I've discovered music on TikTok, and I find out I only like that 10 seconds usually of the song.
So I thought this was interesting. The top songs globally used. So this is not just in the U.S., but all over the world. These songs were the top. We start with Rosé with Apt.
Yeah.
Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now?
I know the dance a little bit.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Wally learns all the dance moves.
You was just meet me at the
he's doing it.
Yeah. I wanted my daughter and I to do this for her wedding.
Yeah. Another one, and I think this one, Gavin, do you mind saying for me what needs to be said with Hold My Hand?
Yeah, wait. Okay, yeah.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, our next top
Let me see if I
song
can
was
do this.
Jess Glenn's Hold My Hand.
Nothing beats a jet to holiday.
Well done,
I did not
sir.
know that song was that from that. Yeah, Jet to Holiday.
Jet to holiday.
And right now, save up to 50 pounds.
With the family of four.
What is that?
That's
See,
so
we
good. Yeah.
spend way too much time
Like
on
the
it.
song means nothing. It's the Jet to Holiday
Yeah,
that
for
means
sure.
everything.
And then this one is surprising. Coming in at number one was a song that was first released back in 1962 and then got a resurgence. It's Connie Francis with Pretty Little Baby.
Pretty little baby. You say that maybe
The amount of videos I've seen with this song in it, and then the one song that's always with like a hurt animal, and you know that the animal's gonna be okay, but it's just like
They
I hear
play
the
this.
song, I'm like,
Yeah. And then finally, let's look into the band that was the top global artist on TikTok. I don't know much about them, neither does Gavin, but I can tell you right now, a 57-year-old man is all in.
Yeah, you know why? Because you guys have been so out of touch.
Because it is a K-pop women's group.
Yeah.
Okay, called Cat's Eye.
And it's spelled with a K too. What?
But you've been so out of touch. Thought about you way too much.
This one, he also has the dance down.
I know. I can't get my hips to work like theirs. I've tried.
good.
I don't get it. I don't get how
good.
you do that. Yeah, my wife and I watched the whole documentary on making this band, and I watched every episode, and I was fascinated by it. So there you go. Yeah, you're right. When I hear it all out loud, I'm like, I should hate that, but I don't. All right, that's gonna do it for your Rock Report. Thank you, Lady Rock. Uplifting Way FM, this is the Wally Show, and there's so many Christmas movies out, but I literally just had a problem. I was asking Gavin and Betty Rock, because we want to do a segment here, and I was like, okay, have you both seen Spirited? Gavin?
Yes.
Betty?
No.
Have you both seen Red 1? Gavin?
Yes.
No.
The Santa Claus 3?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, like Betty.
tough.
I don't know what Betty has seen, so I finally found one that Betty and Gavin have both seen because it's kind of important for this segment because we're going to do a little scale of 1 to 10.
It's called the scale of 1 to 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay, and on a scale of 1 to 10, what would it take to get you to a 10?
All right, so you're going to call and give us a Christmas movie. We are going to rate it from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, on a scale of 1 to 10, and then we'll average it all together to see if the movie is above average or not from you and the three of us, okay? But so just a practice round in this. The Grinch by Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's version of The Grinch. The Grinch animated one was my favorite as a kid. I loved it next to
Cartoon,
Rudolph.
yeah.
But the Jim Carrey adaptation, on the second watch, I loved. The first watch, I'm like, oh, it's a little over the top. He's Ace Venturing this up. But then I got to where I really liked it. I would put the Grinch at a solid 8.
Whoa.
Wow.
You guys both seem shocked by that. Gavin?
Yeah, I'm gonna take half that snowman. It's gotta be a 3.
No!
To me. I find it cringy.
No!
And creepy.
Really?
It's a 3. But
yeah.
I mean, if someone really wants to watch it that I know, I'll watch it with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Betty?
To me, it kind of almost goes into the uncanny valley scenario.
Yeah.
I would give it a 6.
Wow.
Because
still
yeah,
that high.
I like creepy things, but also it has great one-liners, like when he's like,
Yeah.
"But what will I wear?"
Right. And yeah, I mean, he's totally overacting, but that's what he always
That's what
did.
Jim is.
And as a character, like the Grinch, it makes sense. There's some set of commercials that's running right now where they have kind of a normal-ish looking guy
I've
in
seen
a
those.
Grinch outfit doing it.
Looks like he's got a toupee.
Yeah, it's horrible. Like, it's not nearly as good. It's like, go for it. Go. Now Jim Carrey's ruined everything else because he was so good at it. Well, when you average all of our scores together on scale of 1 to 10, we just barely snuck past the 5, which is kind of the threshold. 5.6 is where we ended up. You know who threw us off? Gavin.
I know.
Gavin.
I'm the Grinch in this scenario.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Gavin wrecked that. Okay, so you call, you give us your favorite Christmas movie. We will give it a scale of 1 to 10 and see if it comes in above average. 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. So what are you going to put up today, Michelle?
The Polar Express.
Okay, with Tom Hanks playing multiple different roles. My only
Yes.
problem with this is it was kind of show-offy. You could have hired other actors and
goodness.
given them jobs, but you did it all yourself.
Wow, jealousy party of one.
Yeah. Now, what are you going to rate this one at, Michelle?
I say 10.
10? Oh, my goodness. That's going to be hard. It made me tear up once in the movie. That's kind of how I justify it. So I'm going to give this bad boy a 8 because I really did like it. And so, Betty Rock, what are you going to give it?
Once again, I'm going to say this one slips into the uncanny valley where they just make the animation a little bit eerie. So for that, I'm going to give it a 7. I'm a huge Tom Hanks fan, but I'm going to give it a 7.
All right, Gavin, you're younger. This would have been more in your almost childhood.
Oh yeah, I grew up watching this movie. It does not quite reach the 10 echelon for me, but it's an easy 9.
An
for
easy
me.
9.
I love this movie.
The kid down there that's like the weird kid, like
with the glasses.
Yeah, like, hey, everybody, like that kid's voice. I wanted to throw him off the train.
That's how I picture you as a kid.
That's how you picture me now. Let's be honest.
The whole story was so sweet. It was such a sweet story. The music, just everything about it was so endearing. That's what I was going for, not Tom Hanks. I don't care about that.
Well, you know what? When you add all of our ratings together on scale of 1 to 10, the Polar Express comes in at an 8.5.
Whoa.
Choo-choo.
So that's not bad at all. So that definitely is one worth keeping on the Christmas watching list.
Yay, awesome.
So what's the movie?
Christmas with the Cranks.
Oh, starring Jamie Lee Curtis. Okay. I think this is a solid offering. What would you rate it as our baseline?
I give it a 9.
Okay. Betty Rock, you have seen this, correct?
I saw it recently for the very first time. I had high hopes.
Yeah?
They quickly came dashing down.
Oh, no.
I didn't like that the mean people in the neighborhood were the cat owners and that Tim Allen kept kicking the cat.
Yeah.
As a cat person, that kind of hurt me.
Okay.
So I'm going to give it a solid 3.
Oh, jeez. You're just trying to destroy Christmas.
No, it just was not. It wasn't funny. It was just boring.
All right. A little overacted in places. Gavin, what would you give Christmas with the Cranks?
I think I'm going to give it a 7, partially
Okay.
because Tim Allen's in this movie as well, and his whole concept is that he wants to go on a vacation and go to the Bahamas instead of celebrating Christmas in the cold.
And I did love that.
I love that idea.
Yeah. I liked the movie. I didn't love the movie. I land where Gavin landed. I gave it a 7 as well. So if we add that all together, let's divide it by the 4 of us. That comes in above average, not much, but 6.5.
6.5.
Had Betty Rock just been somewhat of a Christmas person here, we would have probably come up a little higher than that.
Bah humbug.
Yeah.
And now for some good news.
Uplifting Way FM. This year is the Wally Show with a little bit of good news. Giddy up. A couple rapid fire good news stories coming at you. Make you feel better about the world we're living in today because it can be a bit cantankerous. This is a Christmas edition. Gavin, let's start with you. Good news, giddy up. Go.
All right, so there are two strangers. They met at SantaCon in New York 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just like a place to go and
Santa convention?
Enjoy Christmas, all this Christmas stuff. They are now engaged, though. Oh. Now, they're both high school teachers. They could have bonded over that, but what they really bonded over was their ugly sweaters that they were wearing to this event, and they are now getting married next year.
I'm curious at Betty Rock, because Betty Rock wears a ugly Christmas sweater with Keith Morrison's face on it, you know, the Dateline guy with all the disappearing people. Mm-hmm. If a guy comes up to you and goes, I love your sweater, is it like, okay, that's dateable, or that's terrifying?
It depends on if he comes across as creepy or not.
Yeah.
I guess if he comes across like, I like your sweater, then I'll
Yeah.
be like, nope,
I'm
hard
out.
pass.
I'm
but
out.
if he's like, hey, I like your sweater, I'll be like, hey,
Hey,
how are you doing?
All right, Rock, what do you got?
There's a sweet video making the rounds online. It's this 4-year-old little girl. She's from Mexico, and all she speaks is English. All she speaks is Spanish. She's at Universal Studios in L.A. wearing her Grinch Christmas pajamas, and she goes to meet the Grinch character, and it turns out the Grinch is actually bilingual.
No way.
¿Cómo te llamas? Lía. Guadalajara, México. Pues bienvenidos. ¿Me trajeron comida? ¿Tacos? ¿Dulces?
I have no idea what he just said to her, but it scared me for a minute.
Well, I just think that's really cool because at first he didn't know that she only spoke Spanish, and so he starts by speaking English.
Right.
But then when he realizes she doesn't understand what he's saying, he's like, oh, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
and then he starts reciting Spanish.
Yeah.
And it's just really cool.
I know that wasn't disrespectful. She just
¿Dónde
doesn't know
está la
Spanish.
biblioteca?
Yeah, you do know
okay?
some.
Feliz cumpleaños! I love it's that can sound like a heavy, harsh language, but I guess that's the
fast.
Grinch in him too.
Yeah.
And so I love to see that when characters at different parks will notice something about the child and make that interaction even more special for them. And that's really good. So there you go. I think all of our hearts just grew 3 sizes today. And that's going to do it for your good news.
Well, that's the end, but it doesn't have to be. Check out our Aftercast. It's new stuff you didn't hear in the podcast. Be sure to rate us on iTunes as well as connect with us on social media. Just search Wally Show. And if you'd like to join our Facebook group made exclusively for you potties, the link is in the description of this podcast. Thanks to Colorado Christian University Online for supporting what we do.